Good morning, everyone. This is my lecture number 8 of chapter number 9 Algebraic Expressions and Identities of Mathematics, Class 8. Dear children, as you all are well aware that this chapter number 9 Algebraic Expressions and Identities is basically divided into algebraic expressions and identities. These two are the main topics which are covered in this lecture, in this chapter number 9. And in the previous lecture, I have re-explained the concepts of algebraic expressions definition and the various subtopics related to it, like what are factors, what are coefficients, what are constants, what are constants and variables or literals, and different operations. We have seen how to perform addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Now, in this lecture number 8, I will be covering multiplication of algebraic expressions and identities. These two topics I will be covering in this lecture number 8. And along with this, with the explanation of these two topics, I will be explaining the homework solutions of the previous lecture. Now, let us see now the multiplication of algebraic expressions. Basically, in this topic, multiplication of algebraic expressions, we need to take the product of two or more monomials. It can be the multiplication of two or more binomials. It can be the multiplication of binomial by a polynomial or binomial by a trinomial. And likewise, you may have various subtopics under this multiplication of algebraic expressions topic. Let us understand first multiplication of two or more monomials. In this, or to solve this multiplication of two or more monomials, you are supposed to take the product of their numerical coefficients and take the product of their literal coefficients. That will give you the final answer or the final product of two or more monomials. Let us see this with the help of an example. These two are monomials and we need to find the product of these two. So, what are the numerical coefficients of these two terms? Let us see now. Here in this term, 2 is the numerical coefficient, minus 3 is the numerical coefficient. So, you are supposed to take first their product. And what about literal coefficient of the first term? P square q cube is the literal coefficient of first term and pq square is the literal coefficient of second term. So, we need to take their products. So, the steps will be like I need to take the product of these two monomials. So, I have written multiplication sign in between. And then as I discussed in the previous steps, like how I have taken the product of numerical coefficients and product of literal coefficients. So, here we have done like this, 2 into minus 3. These are the numerical coefficients of these two terms and these are the literal coefficients. So, simply minus 6 and these two will give p raised to the power 3. 2 here first is p square into p raised to the power 1. So, base is same, powers will add up. So, it will be p raised to the power 3 and here it will be powers will add up. So, it will be q raised to the power 5. So, this will be your answer. Now, next subtopic is multiplication of a polynomial by a monomial. In this, you need to multiply each term of the polynomial by the monomial using distributive law, and we have studied this distributive law in the previous lectures of this very chapter and in chapter number 1 rational numbers also. So, let us recall this method with the help of an example. So, we need to find the product of 4a and 5a plus 7ab. Let us understand what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to multiply this 4a with 5a as well as with 7ab, and this is your distributive law. Simple as this. So, this will be the first step. As I told you, using distributive law, you need to multiply this 4a by 5a plus 4a into 7ab and then simply solve it. It will be 4 into 5 will give you 20. These two will be multiplied and a into a will give you a square 4 into 7, 28. A into A square, and B. So this will be your answer, as these are unlike terms. So we cannot solve it further. If there are like terms, then you are supposed to solve it and get the final answer. Now, let us see now multiplication of a polynomial by a polynomial itself. In this topic, multiplication of a polynomial by a polynomial, we need to deal with, first of all, multiplication of a binomial by a binomial. Let us understand this with the help of an example. So these two are binomials, and what we are supposed to do, again we need to take, or what is the rule behind the multiplication of a polynomial by a polynomial? We are supposed to multiply each term of one polynomial with each term of the other polynomial and combine the like terms. So first of all, a is to be multiplied by 2a plus 3, and then minus 4 is to be multiplied completely by 2a plus 3, and using distributive law we need to solve it. So let us see the steps. As I told you, a is to be multiplied by 2a plus 3 and minus 4 is to be multiplied by 2a plus 3, and we know the rule now, distributive law. A is to be multiplied by 2a plus a is to be multiplied by 3. Minus 4 is to be multiplied by 2a and minus 4 is to be multiplied by 3. This is your distributive law. We have studied in the previous slide also. So accordingly, I have written a into 2a plus a into 3 minus 4 into 2a minus 4 into 3. So you will be getting 2a square. After solving these two, you will be getting 2a square. That is what I have written here. And these two are like terms. So it will be 3a minus 8a. What you will be getting? You will be getting 5a, and minus 4 into 3 minus 12. So this is the final answer. Now multiplying a binomial by a trinomial. This is the another subtopic under the topic multiplying a polynomial by a polynomial. So see this example and you will be able to understand. Similarly, we need to multiply each term of one polynomial with each term of the other polynomial. So a is to be multiplied completely by this, and then 7 is to be multiplied by completely by this. So I will be writing the steps like a into a square plus a into 3a plus a into 5. What I have done? I have multiplied a by every term of this bracket, and then I need to multiply 7 by every term of the term which is present inside the bracket. So it will be 7a square plus 7 into 3a plus 7 into 5. So it will be a cube plus 3a square plus 5a plus 7a square plus 21a plus 35. And then, as I told you, and this is the rule, that you are supposed to solve the like terms. So a cube will remain as it is because there is no other term having the literal coefficient a cube. So 3a square, 7a square, these are like terms. So 7 plus 3, 10 a square plus 5a plus 21a, these two are like terms, circled one. So it will be 21 plus 5, 26a plus 35, which is the constant term. So this will be your final answer. Now coming to algebraic identity. Certain points to note regarding this algebraic identity, and we have understood these 2 points with the help of examples, but these points should be, you should recall these points very clearly, that an equation is true, for only certain values of variables in it. It is not mandatory that whatsoever the value of variable we are taking or we are putting in an equation, it will be true. It is only true for certain values of variables in it. But an identity is an equality which is true for all the values of the variables in it. Whatsoever the values of variable we will be putting into the of the variable we are taking of the variable, whatsoever the value we are taking of the variable, identity will always hold true. It means both the sides will always be equal. And these are the four identities, and it is very important to understand these identities, and you should know in which question you need to use which identity. So let us see. First of all, you should memorize these four identities, then only you will be able to solve the questions. Let us look at these identities one by one. Identity number 1 is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here in between two terms plus sign will be there, and it is square of these two. So you will be using identity number 1. If negative sign is there in between the terms and square is there, then you are supposed to use this identity number 2, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now in identity number 3, if you will look at identity number 3, plus sign is there between the two terms, and between those two same terms minus sign is there. Then it will be equal to a square minus b square. I hope you must have done the derivation of these four identities in your notebook. So that is why I am just revising or making you recall the results only. And if you take a look on identity number 4, there is a little difference between all these three identities and this identity. Here the variables are a and b only, but in this identity number 4, we have one more, x is also present along with a and b. So x plus a, and here x is present, here also x is present. So it means whatsoever the number or whatsoever is the term present in place of x, it should be same in this bracket also. Like it can be 2a square, it can be 4a, it can be any term in place of x. It is not mandatory that x will be present. It can be any term in place of x, and in place of a and b, obviously any term can be present. So but this x should be same in both the brackets. X plus a into x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So I hope you have understood now where to use which identity. So if plus sign is there in between the terms, then you will be using first identity. Second, minus sign is there. If minus sign is there, then you can use second identity. If both plus as well as minus without square of these two terms will be there, then you can use third identity. And if in place of apart from a and b, we have one more term, that is x, which is present, then you are supposed to use identity number 4. Now, I am explaining question number 5 of exercise 9.5 NCERT book. Let us see this question number 5. I will be discussing these 3 parts, and rest 2 parts you will be doing along with the homework. So, in this question, you are supposed to verify or show that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So dear children, these questions are only based on the identities which we have learnt or which we have revised. So you are supposed to simply use the identities on both the sides. So I will be showing step by step every question, and you are supposed to do or complete rest 2 parts on your own. So let us see now first part. This is the first part. I am first taking left hand side. On the left hand side, we have 3x plus 7 whole square. Now, as I told you, 3x is there and 7 is there, and in between plus these two terms, the 7 is a constant term, 3x is a monomial, and in between these two plus sign is there, and it is of square is also present. So, can I correlate it with identity number 1? So, this is what I have done. What I have done, a square plus 2ab plus b square minus 84x is written as it is. I have used identity number 1. So it will be 9x square plus 42x plus 49 minus 84x, and finally you will be getting answer as 9x square minus 42x plus 49. After solving 3x square, you will be getting 9x square, and after multiplying these two, you will be getting 42x. 7 square is 49 minus 84x. Now 42x minus 84x, these two are like terms. So we have solved now. It will be minus 42x plus 49. So this is your left hand side. And which identity I have used? I have used identity number 1. I hope this left hand side is clear to you. Coming to right hand side now. On the right hand side, I have two terms, and in between these two terms minus sign is there and square is also present. So can I relate it to the identity number 2? Yes, definitely. In this on this right hand side I will be using identity number 2. And what is the difference between identity number 1 and 2? In identity number 1 plus 2ab is present. In identity number 2 minus 2ab is present. So it will be a square, that is 3x square, minus 2 into 3x into 7, that is 2 minus 2ab, plus b square, that is 7 square. Here you will not be taking minus 7 square because we have already taken minus sign in the derivation. So you will be using here plus 7 square only. So after solving you will be getting 9x square minus 42x plus 49. And which identity I have used? I have used identity number 2. So from this you must have seen this is your left hand side, that is 9x square minus 42x plus 49. And this is your right hand side. So these two sides are equal, hence verified or hence proved, because left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this is what left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence proved or hence verified. Now coming to second part. Here again I am solving separately left hand side and right hand side. So first of all I am showing you left hand side. Let us see the steps and then I will be explaining. So here this is the term, minus sign is there in between these two terms and square is there. So can I relate it to identity number 2? And this is identity number 2. So it will be 9p square minus 2 9p into 5q plus 5q square, and this will remain as it is, plus 180pq. So after solving you will be getting 81p square minus 90pq plus 25q square, 5q. I hope this is clear to you. How to do the square of 9p? 9 square is 81, p square is p square. So 81p square. Similarly 5q square will give you 25q square plus 180pq. Now minus 90pq and 180pq, these two are like terms. So after solving I will be getting 90pq in place of these two terms. So your answer will be 81p square plus 90pq plus 25q square. So let us solve now right hand side. On this right hand side let us see the steps first and then it will be clear to you. Here one term plus second term square, then I can use first identity. This is what I have used, first identity. So it will be 9p square plus 2ab, that is 2 9p into 5q plus 5q square. So it will be 81p square plus 90pq plus 25q square, which is equal to right hand side, hence proved or hence verified. Coming to fourth part. In this fourth part, dear children, you must be observing that here a plus b square minus a minus b whole square. In this question, you are supposed to use both the identities on left hand side and you are supposed to show whether it is equal to 48p q square or not. Let us see. Left hand side I am taking, this is your left hand side. So first of all what I have done, I am just solving this part. This is what I have written here, a plus b whole square, it is a that is 4pq square, 4pq square plus 2ab. In place of a, what is present? 4pq. In place of b, what is present? 3q. So a square plus 2ab, this is 2ab plus b square. So what you will be getting? And if you are supposed to do the square of 4pq, then 4 square is 16, p square is p square, q square is q square, plus 24pq square plus 9q square. This is you are getting after solving this part only. Now I need to solve this part and then I need to subtract their result. So I am solving second part of this left hand side. So in this case, I need to use identity number 2. Why? Because minus sign is there in between. So it will be 4pq square minus 2 4pq into 3q plus 3q square. It will be 16p square q square minus 24pq square plus 9q square. So I need to take the subtraction of these two. I need to solve this. This is your left hand side. So I have written the result. That is, this was your left hand side. I have, as minus sign is there outside, so I have changed the sign of every term of this. So it will be minus 16p square q square plus 24p q square. Earlier it was negative, I have made it positive. Earlier it was positive, it has become negative now. So this is of plus sign, this is of minus sign, these two get cancelled out. This is of minus sign, this is of plus sign, these two get cancelled out. So what is left? 48p square after adding 24pq square and 24pq square, which is equal to right hand side. So I hope you have understood this question. So along with this is proved, hence proved. So let us see the homework part. Complete question number 6 to 8 of exercise 9.5 in your homework notebook, and along with these three questions, you are supposed to complete question number 5 also. I have discussed all the parts of this exercise, this question. So you are supposed to solve the parts which I have solved, and 2 parts are left that you are supposed to solve. So your homework is finally question number 5 to question number 8. Question number 5 I have already discussed in this lecture, and you are supposed to prepare this chapter for the test which will be conducted on Friday. The detail of the test I will be sending using on EdQuark site. I will be sending on EdQuark site. So by the time you are supposed to complete this exercise till question number 8. Now let us see now homework solutions from NCERT exercise 9.5. Question number 2 is using the identity. This is your identity number 4 to find the following products. I will be solving these 5 parts. So let us solve one by one. This is your first part, as we are supposed to use this identity number 4. This is your question 2 first part, and it is mentioned in the question that you are supposed to use this identity. So if I will be comparing the given question with this identity, what I will be concluding, x is here also x is present, here also x is present, so I have not written that. In place of 3, or here it is a, so a is equal to 3, b is equal to 7. So if I will be writing this x plus 3 into x plus 7, and on the right hand side what I will be having, x square plus a plus b I need to take, that is 3 plus 7, because a is 3 and b is 7. So a plus b into x outside the bracket plus a into b, that is 3 into 7. So simply you will be getting x square plus 10x plus 21. Simple as this. Let us come to part 3 of the same question. We are supposed to use this identity. So if I will be comparing this with the left hand side of this identity, what I have observed, in place of x here I have 4x in the question. In place of a I have a minus 5. In place of b I have minus 1. So x is equal to 4x, a is equal to minus 5, b is equal to minus 1. Simply what you are supposed to do now, you are supposed to put the values of x, a and b on the right hand side to get the answer. So this is what I have done. A is 4x square, in place of x square 4x square, plus a plus b, that is minus 5 minus 1, it will give you minus 6 into 4x, that is giving you minus 24x, plus a into b, that is minus 5 into minus 1, it will give you plus 5. So it will be 16x square minus 24x plus 5. So this will be your answer. Now coming to fourth part of this question, this identity we are supposed to use. So similarly, if I will be comparing this left hand side with the given question, what I have observed, x is equal to 4x, a is equal to, here it is plus 5, and b is equal to minus 1. So I need to put the values. So it will be, what will be the right hand side? 4x square plus a plus b, that is plus 5 plus minus 1 into 4x, because x is equal to 4x plus 5 into minus 1. So what you will be getting? 16x square plus 5 minus 1 will give you 4. 4 into 4 will give you 16x plus 5 minus 1. 5 into minus 1, it will give you minus 5. So this is your answer. Now coming to sixth part, it is 2a square plus 9 into 2a square plus 5. Again we are supposed to use this identity number 4, and if I will be comparing left hand side of the identity with the given question, what I have observed, x is equal to 2a square, a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 5. So simply I need to put the values of x, a and b on the right hand side. So this is what I have done. In place of x square, I have written 2a square plus a is 9 plus b is 5 into 2a. This is to be solved together, plus a into b, that is 9 into 5. So it will be 4a raised to the power 4 plus 9 plus 5 is 14 into 2, 28a square plus 45. This will be your answer. Now coming to this part, that is seventh part. Here this identity is to be used. If I will be comparing the left hand side of this identity number 4 with the given question, what I have observed, x is equal to xyz, a is equal to minus 4. With this I am comparing left hand side of identity number 4. B is equal to minus 2. So you are supposed to put the value of x, a and b on the right hand side, and you will be able to solve it. So what I have done, it will be xyz whole square plus a plus b, that is minus 4 minus 2 into xyz plus minus 4 into minus 2. So it will be x square y square z square, because what is the square of xyz? If you will be squaring xyz, what it will be equal to? X square, y square and z square. This is what I have written here. Plus minus 4 minus 2 minus 6 into xyz, so it will be minus 6 xyz, plus minus 4 into minus 2, it is equal to plus 8. So your answer is x square y square z square minus 6yz plus 8. Question number 3 is, find the following squares by using the identities. We are supposed to use the identities in these 3 parts I am solving. Rest of the parts you are supposed to solve it yourself. So let us see part 1. These are very simple. You are supposed to use the identities. Here the most important thing is you are supposed to find out which identity is to be used. Here this is your term, minus sign is there in between these two terms and square is there. So identity number 2 you will be using simply a square minus 2ab plus b square. It will be b square. 2 into 7 minus 2 into 7b, it will be minus 14b plus 49. So this will be your answer. Let us solve now second part. Here first of all you need to identify which identity is to be used. Here plus sign is there in between 2 and square is also there. So you will be using one identity number 1. So it will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here a is equal to xy, b is equal to 3z. So simply you are supposed to put the values. It will be x square y square plus 6yz plus 9z square. Identity number 1 we have used. Now let us see third part. Here you need to find out which identity is to be used. This is your term, minus sign is there. So simply second identity number 2 is to be used. So here in this part 3, what is the value of a? In place of a, what is written? A is equal to 6x square and b is equal to 5y square. So you are supposed to put the values and then get the result. So this is equal to this, and which identity we have used? Identity number 2. So it is a square 6x square minus 2 into 6x square into 5y plus 5y square. Here b is 5y, not 5y square, it is 5y. So it will be equal to 36x raised to the power 4 minus 60x square y plus 25y square. We have used identity number 2. Now coming to question number 4. Question number 4 is simplify. First part is a square minus b square whole square. So we are supposed to use the identities only, and I hope it is now clear. In this question also we are supposed to use identity number 2 because minus sign is there in between these two terms and it is square. Here a is equal to a square, b is equal to b square. This is your second part which I will be solving. This is your sixth part which I will be solving. Let us see the solution of these three parts. Solution of first part is, as I told you, we are supposed to use identity number 2. So it will be, what I have done, a square, that is a is equal to a square. So a raised to the power 4 minus 2ab. A is a square here, b is b square here, plus b raised to the power b square, that is b here is b square, so b raised to the b square square is b raised to the power 4. So a raised to the power 4 minus 2a square b square plus b raised to the power 4 is your answer, and this identity number 2 we have used. Now coming to second part of the same question, it is, let us see the steps and then you will be able to understand it clearly. First of all, you need to do what you are supposed to do. You need to find out which identity is to be used. Here plus sign is there in between these two, square is there, so identity number 1 is to be used. Here minus sign is there, identity number 2 is to be used. So I am using first part. In the first part I am using identity number 1, so it will be a square, that is 2x square, plus 2 into 2x into 5 plus b square, that is 5. So a here is 2x, b here is 5. So a square, that is 2x square plus 2ab plus b square, minus, because minus sign is there in the question, so I have written minus sign. A minus b whole square. A, as I told you, that it is 2x, b is 5. So a square minus 2ab plus b square. If you will be comparing these two, you will be able to understand it clearly. What is a, what is b, and what are the signs I have put in this step. So you will be getting, after solving, it will be 4x square plus 2 into 2 into 5, it will be 20x plus 5 square is 25 minus 4x square minus 20x plus 25. So as minus sign is there, the sign of every term which is present inside the bracket will be changed. So this will be the step now, 4x square plus 20x plus 25, this will be written as it is, minus 4x square plus 20x, because sign have been changed because outside minus sign was there, minus 25. And you are supposed to solve the like terms now. These two are like terms, but one is of positive sign and one is of negative sign, so get cancelled out. 25 plus 25 minus 25, these two get cancelled out because one is positive and one is negative. So what is left? 20x plus 20x, total is 40x. So your answer is 40x. Simple as this. Now coming to the last part, that is sixth part. Here also you are supposed to use the identities and solve it further. Now as a plus sign is there in between these two terms, so I need to use identity number 1. Square is also there, so I am using identity number 1. Here a equals AB, B equals BC. So you can use it. So it will be a square, AB square, because in A is AB and B is BC. So you are supposed to put the values on the right hand side. This is your right hand side. Here put the values of A and B simply. You will be getting AB's whole square plus 2AB into BC plus BC square whole square. And this was the term which was present in the question. So it will be written as it is. Now after solving, you will be getting a square b square, because ab square is equal to, what is it equal to? A square as well as b square. You are supposed to square a as well as you are supposed to square b. So it will be a square b square plus 2ab square c plus b square c square minus 2ab square c. And these two are like terms and of opposite signs, so they get cancelled out. You are left with a square b square plus b square c square, and this will be your answer. So thank you so much. I hope you have understood all the questions. Please do complete exercise 9.5, and solutions of question number 6 to 8 I will be discussing in the next lecture, and there will be a test of this chapter number 9 on Friday. So please do prepare for the test also, and I hope you have understood all the identities and where to use the identities, all the 4 identities. Thank you so much.